guys, we're back again, and finally we're going to wash down the car with this brilliant car shampoo. It's quite a thick gel type product, smells great. I've used it a bunch of times, I know Rich loves it as well, and more importantly is these fancy buckets. They're also going to be available, guys. I love looking at the bucket from all angles. It's also got your levels to show you how much water's in there. We've also got the specialized grit guard that's inside as well to trap down the dirt, very important. We can do also the 2-bucket method. It's up to you guys. Now, in the environment that I'm in, I know that I keep the actual sponge very clean, but more importantly, again, and I've said it before, this vehicle is actually quite clean. And I'll actually show you after we do the wash process that there will be no dirt or no contaminants that are actually going to be lingering around. So we're going to apply, I think we've got probably about 7 litres of water, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, you can see just there's the 10 litre mark. So I'm going to say that we've got about 7 litres. So we're going to apply probably 2 big squirts, okay? And we'll give that. Now this is absolutely a crystal clean bucket. We've rinsed it out and we've filled it in with water. It's sort of lukewarm. I think lukewarm is best for cleaning, and it gets the best effect in relation to getting the paint as clean as possible. So I'm gonna add some water. All right. We've got a bit of sudding there. So we'll take our wash mitts, and as you can see, it's quite suddy. It's a nice silky feeling. So it's a good product. All right, guys. Now, when we wash the car, again, we're gonna start from the top and work our way down, okay? So it's very important to start from the top because you don't want to have anything, any of the dirt, most of the dirt, again, could be lying down on the bottom, even though we've done our snow foam. You can also choose if the bottom area is dirty. Again, as I said, use a second bucket. In this case, we won't need to because this car was recently washed. Okay, so we're gonna begin. I like to not put my hands on the vehicle, and I always work in a left to right action motion. And as I said, starting from the roof, okay, and then we're going to work down the sides, okay, so going to go through the glass. Now, because again this environment is indoors and it's quite cool, I can possibly wash down, not possibly, we will wash down the entire car without actually rinsing. Now, guys, some of you at home may not have that ability to do so because obviously there might be more humidity, the temperatures might be higher, you guys might be using the, sorry, just a bit of a rinse there. You guys might be using washing methods outside. So just beware that, I would personally wash the top of the car and then give it a rinse down if you're working outside. But if you're working outside, try and ensure that you work either late afternoons, especially in summer, or early mornings in summer. Now, if you're working in winter, again, early mornings and late afternoons, you may not see as much and there might not be as much light. But again, everyone's got different scenarios. But as long as you guys aren't really working in direct heat, that shouldn't be an issue. We've got just a bit more dirt and debris that's covered over from before. So I don't want to put my wash mitt on that, so it's very important to make sure. Hey guys, we're back. As you can see now, we have a second bucket. Now I've sort of gone above and beyond, and I've actually put another guard inside my rinse bucket. Normally you would only have a guard in the rinse bucket only, but I like to, you know, be a bit more overcompensating in a way and basically put one in each. So we're coming to the stage now where we're washing the lower part of the car. Okay, as I said, this car is not too dirty. And if necessary, we can, you know, I'll do what you guys will probably do in a standard home environment. And basically, so I will rinse down this, and basically I will be using another wash mitt for the lower part of the car, okay? So this part of the car is the most dirtiest. Now again, you could also use the APC that we're using under the bonnet for this part of the car. And we can talk about that in the future and show you guys how that works. So basically you would put it down and you would let it sit, and then we could actually rinse over it. So I've used this mitt for that part of the car, so I'm not going to go back into my wash bucket, okay? Now I do have a bit of suds in this one too, and that's also clean water. So I'm going to continue on the lower part of the car. Okay, want to get into all the painted surfaces. Just going to grab some more. Remember, it's very important to keep the wash mitts and your buckets as clean as possible. If the car is quite filthy, you just want to make sure that you're doing the right process when it comes to rinsing out the actual wash mitts. Okay, so that's very important. I just have to come back and go over that other side on the mid-tops of the doors. So we'll grab our wash mitt again. Last part. I like to try and go around the door handles. Okay. Again, being silver, it's a bit hard to see the dirt. Silver's one of those colours that's quite safe and always looks quite clean. Don't forget the mirrors. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So now we're basically going to rinse down the whole car, again starting from the top and then working our way down. Alright guys, so we're going to rinse down the car, again starting from the top, work our way down the bottom, and as you can see, it's starting to dry a bit, so I don't want that to dry fully, okay? By the way, something that I should point out, you can see the water is quite what we call flat, which basically tells me straight away there is actually no no component of a sealant or a wax or a paint protection on this. You may see some areas where it might have a bit of beading on it. So there could have been a possible sealant on this vehicle. So for example, what I mean by beading is the European glasses normally come standard from factory with actual a protection. So I'll give you an example. You can actually see, well, that's actually more sheeting, but you get the point of the beading side of things, right? So that's what I'm talking about. That's the very easiest way to determine if there's a coating or any protective layer on the vehicle. Now, obviously, if there was a light protection, a very, very light sealant that may have lasted a month or so, obviously through the wash process, deep wash that we've just done, this could actually remove it. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so the car's nicely rinsed down. The next step is drying, so we'll move on to that.